Hello, everybody, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Tuesday, October 24th, 2017. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And Skype's doing that stupid thing where it leaves the friggin', hang up options on your face, so I'm going to take a moment to try and fix that. But anyway, everybody, please remember you can help support this show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. In addition, we do go live onto Facebook and YouTube Live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Nathan, how are you doing today?
I'm dead. I'm getting sick, so my face hurts, and I just don't feel very great.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I hope it's over quickly. I hope it's not,
Isn't that kind of how you feel about life, though?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm 23 going on 24 next month, so it'll looking not very great for that.
For the whole going quickly thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry about that. My day was extremely unproductive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had a Russian pop song stuck in my head all day, so I was singing that. That's really about it.
I don't think I know any Russian pop songs.
I had Do Skore Svechi.
Which means?
Vstrechi. Bleh. Do Skore Vstrechi. Blah, that is such a hard fucking word.
The score what?
Do Skoroi Vstrechi.
Which means?
That's a great question. It said it at the end of the music video. Where is it? I just had the music video up. Nope, I don't know what it's like. I don't remember. I'll figure it out. Keep going.
Disappointment.
I'm figuring it out. Keep going. I don't know it off the top of my head. I took 4 years of Russian barely.
Wait, how do you barely take 4 years of Russian?
Well, I'll tell you that my teacher was kind of a pushover, so if everyone didn't do a thing, it was really, extracurricular thing.
All right, sure.
10.
Michigan lawmaker flees Twitter after reports highlight she helped AT&T push anti-competition broadband law.
This was submitted by Mavia to Our Technology. Sorry.
We'd actually talked about this, I think, actually just yesterday or maybe late last week in regards to that Michigan is trying to make it illegal for municipalities in the area to open up their own broadband.
Oh. Yeah, I do remember that. Also, Doskoris Drechi means I'll see you soon.
Oh, okay. In any case, so we talked about the Michigan representative that put that forward. She's brand new into the legislature there in Michigan. Her name is Michelle Hoitenga. If you remember, I mispronounced that as Hoitenga.
Yep, I remember.
Yep. Well, in any case, people started digging a little bit further into it, and she was trying to defend herself on Twitter, and people, just kind of slammed the crap out of her on Twitter because she was making claims like there are 37 different ISPs to choose from in Michigan. That is quite false. Quite false. And people looked further into it, and they're like, man, because she didn't know the true details of what her bill that she put forward did. Unsurprisingly. And, and it's like, well, why does she know what the bill that she put forward did? Well, because normally it is written by telecom lobbyists. The lobbyists write the bill, give it to him, and be like, hey, just submit this for us. Thanks. And that's what she did. And people are like, okay, well, how much did this cost? Well, looking into it, $6,000.
Only $6,000?
Only $6,000.
I mean, all right. So in the grand scheme of things, $6,000 isn't a lot. However, sure, in their town, in their state, $6,000's a bunch. But on a federal level, $6,000's nothing.
Well, and it's not even just that. What it came down to was a $1,500.
$6,000 doesn't even make a weekend.
A $1,500 contribution from AT&T. This is to her campaign when she was trying to get elected, by the way. So it's not even $6,000 in her pocket. This was $6,000 to her campaign. $1,500 from AT&T, $3,500 from TAM, which is the Telecommunications Association of Michigan. So people that like AT&T, and a separate and the Michigan Cable Telecommunications Association gave her $1,000. So $6,000 total, and then one single $142 lunch was purchased for her by a lobbyist from TAM. And after that, the bill was put forward.
That's pretty shifty.
$6,000 to buy the bill that can completely negate the ability for other people to put in broadband connections so that you don't have to upgrade your own. Because instead of providing internet to rural areas or upgrading your infrastructure, it is cheaper to make sure that other people cannot.
Well, hey, to some people, $6,000 is a fucking lot.
To AT&T, it's not.
Yeah. On a federal level, it's not. To, podunk people like myself, hell yeah.
I could use $6,000.
I would probably cut out my own kidney for you for $6,000.
I mean, some people will give you like $20,000, buddy.
The one with the rock in it? They can just pop that out at that point, right?
No, maybe.
Thought.
I don't recommend it though.
I also don't need a testicle. I can sell one of those.
Yeah, except nobody was really buying those anymore.
Man, it's really upsetting thinking that I have to sell literally parts of my body in order to make ends meet sometimes.
Good thing you've not actually done that yet.
Yet.
9.
Megyn Kelly calls out Bill O'Reilly's claim that no one formally complained about him, saying, "I complained."
This was submitted by David Leo, 24, to Our Television.
Now, the difference is that she didn't complain on the avenues that Bill O'Reilly said that you were supposed to complain to, because they had an open HR department, they had an anonymous helpline, and she didn't go through any of those. Instead, she sent emails directly to the people in charge, but apparently those aren't relevant enough. Yep.
What?
Uh-huh.
It is not relevant enough.
Nope.
It has to go through HR.
Apparently.
That is the stupidest thing.
I mean, and apparently this was even known about because she had sent these emails to the people in charge of Fox News, and they were attempted to be discussed on one of the segments with Bill O'Reilly, and he just said, no, I don't want to talk about this. That I don't want to talk about anything that shames my network. So he refused to discuss it on the show.
I will tell you this now. That network is nothing but buttholes. You cannot shame that butthole more than it's already been shamed, dude.
I guess. I don't know. Well, and the thing comes is, like, Bill O'Reilly was let go from Fox News over the entire sexual harassment thing that was being filed against him by multiple women. Well, that entire settlement, paid out to him somewhere around the range of $42 million, and then he had to go his own way, except Fox News just reached a new deal with him.
Wow.
Yep.
That's also fairly buttholes.
Fairly buttholes. Massive buttholes.
I mean, it's just slightly buttholes,
Big, stinky, gaping buttholes.
It's, just letting that man continue to live with, the things that he's done.
Nope, just end the statement right there. Just letting that man continue to live.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, if I can't die, why the fuck is he allowed to live?
Because, I don't know, Nathan, because he's a butthole.
Damn fucking buttholes. I need to be a butthole.
Don't be a butthole, Nathan.
Wait, no, I need the opposite of a butthole. That'll let me die early.
So, a penis?
Nah, dude, just a really nice guy.
Just a really nice guy. Got it.
8.
Transparent solar technology represents wave of the future.
This was submitted by Mavia to Our Science.
Mavia. Already gotten double in the top 3. Good job, buddy. Anyway.
Top 3? This is like 10.
In the last 3, I'm sorry. In the last 3, top 3. Anyway.
Shisha.
What they have developed, and we talked about this previously as developing technology, and now it seems to be an actual thing that we can implement and build, and that's putting this solar film on windows that you can completely see through that generate solar power. So those giant-ass fucking buildings that are nothing but glass, imagine all of that glass being solar panels.
Damn! That would be fucking sick!
And it's very easy to install as well, which is really nice. So the thing that they're hoping for is that they can take these highly transparent solar cells. You can see completely through them as if it was normal glass, except for like right along the edges because, well, it has to have something to connect to. And then you just put that on all the windows, and that combined with being able to put solar panels on top of roofs, they believe with their current math could power all of America.
Damn. That's fucking sick.
So
I love this shit. I love fucking science. I love science fiction because more and more often, old science fiction is becoming less science fiction and more science fact. And this sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
Just science.
Fucking, our transparent glass gives us energy.
Yep.
So cool.
Yep, it is very cool.
I mean, do they have to have wires throughout the glass?
It doesn't have to go throughout the glass. It basically has to be connected to the glass. The glass generates the energy, and then it transfers it through the wire into a battery.
That's so fucking...
So you have to have a connection to it, but you only have to have one.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It needs to be everywhere. I love it.
Now, they're working on making it more efficient because right now its efficiency is right around 5%, which is really low. But, I mean, considering its cost is really low, especially when we're looking at traditional solar panels, their efficiency is only about 15 to 18%. So if they can get these to be a little bit more efficient, then it would be essentially something we'll just start putting in everything because it makes sense. Especially because, like, with those big office buildings, you know how happy those buildings would be if they didn't have to pay the electric bill?
Dude. They're fucking ecstatic, I'll tell you what. That's just so cool, though. Oh, man. I can't get over how fucking cool it is.
Science. Future.
6.
Nope.
7.
$300 million Puerto Rico recovery contract awarded to tiny utility company linked to major Trump donor.
That's buttholes. This is submitted by Panda 911 to Our World News.
I think this episode just be called That's Buttholes, but I'm pretty
Dude,
sure.
I mean, fuck, everything's buttholes today.
Except for awesome solar glass.
In a way, that's like, all right, so it's not loose butthole, but it's very tight butthole. You know what I mean? Very tight butthole.
Is that good?
Yes.
Tight butthole?
Tight butthole is good. Loose butthole, not so good. Tight butthole, though. You really want the tight butthole.
Just need not safe for work, just painted right over top of us. Just
when has it ever been safe for work?
When it's something really important.
I don't know. Even then, I tend to fuck around.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that. In any case, so what they're looking at now, we talked previously about Tesla helping rebuild the power infrastructure in Puerto Rico. Theirs is more of a backup Band-Aid. So Band-Aid first, which is, get hospitals online, get help centers online, and then have the infrastructure so that if anything goes wrong, you can always fall back onto the Tesla infrastructure, but it's not meant to be the permanent power supplier.
Right.
Also, really big thanks to Tesla, considering that they're doing all of this pretty much out of pocket, and Elon Musk himself donated $250,000 to the project of his own personal money.
Dude, Elon Musk is a fucking man.
And even beyond that, we talked previously about how Tesla was going to unveil that fully electric semi-truck. They are postponing that unveiling so they can put more focus on helping Puerto Rico.
That's cool.
Yeah. Good on you, Tesla. Anyway.
I like this. Like, Puerto Rico needs as much fucking help as it can. It needed as much help as it could get before the hurricane.
Well, and at this point now, they are looking at rebuilding the infrastructure of the power lines and everything in Puerto Rico, because right now 90% of the island is still without power. And a $300 million contract was awarded to a small company called Whitefish. And Whitefish Energy is from what people can tell, doesn't have the ability to actually carry this out. Because when Hurricane Maria, the company is only 2 years old. When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, they had 2 employees.
Damn, only 2?
Only 2. Now, now they're taking that $300 million contract and immediately have begun contracting and subcontracting out workers that are already in Puerto Rico to start building that infrastructure. Right, as of yesterday, they said that they had 280 workers that were currently in the territory of Puerto Rico, using linemen from multiple areas to help actually build that infrastructure, and that's how they normally do it. They normally only have a couple of employees and then subcontract out as many people as they need to get the job done.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like how everyone's, coming in.
It makes sense. Now, the reason that people are raising questions is because Whitefish Energy has a large amount of connection to the Trump administration, so people are calling foul, saying that
that it was a given.
Well, and the thing is that they have already so the Puerto Rican Electric Power Authority, which is called PREPA, has already come out and said that this wasn't necessarily because of the Trump administration. They were having a hard time finding anyone that would put in the infrastructure because so many of the companies they talked to were worried about ever getting paid. I mean, because Puerto Rico is pretty significantly in debt, not to say the United States isn't, but that's the thing that has been being passed around. So they were having trouble finding anyone that would commit to it, and Whitefish was one of the few people that said, yeah, we'll do it.
That's fair.
So now that said, the interior chief of Trump's administration, Whitefish is from his hometown, and the people that run Whitefish are donors to the Trump campaign. So people, of course, are like, "Oh, you giving deals to your friends?" Maybe, I don't know. The Democrats have already called for an investigation into the award of this contract to Whitefish.
But I mean, they're literally calling for investigations for everything.
Anything involving Trump, Democrats are like, look at it. He's got to be lying, cheating, something. He's a dirty bastard. Which, whatever. But, I mean, at the same time, like, from what PREPA has said, like, I don't know. I mean, I can understand being a company be like, you didn't have the money to fix this yourself before the hurricane hit. How much can we actually believe that you're going to be able to pay us now?
I feel like it really honestly has to come down to the fact that a lot of these people may not just get paid.
And they might, and that's a risk that Whitefish is taking.
That's a risk that Elon Musk is taking.
Well, Elon Musk isn't worried about it. All of that stuff is just Tesla being awesome and rolling in it itself.
True. Facts.
Puerto Rico's not paying Tesla.
No. Had no intention of.
Yeah, they were like, well, we can't pay you, but we'd love your help. And Tesla and Elon Musk were like, cool, we'll be there tomorrow.
Are you sure it was tomorrow? Are you sure he didn't say, sure, we'll be there? Oh, actually, fuck, we're already here.
How'd you know, actually? We knew you'd say yes. We already had the plane loaded up and on its way.
We were going to talk to you in person, but we thought it would be a good idea to call you before we just show up. By the way, we're already here.
I've done that. It's like, I'm sorry. So either way, I'm sure that people are going to want to look at it and stuff like that. If Puerto Rico gets fixed, I don't care.
Wow. You don't care if Puerto Rico gets fixed?
No. If Puerto Rico gets fixed, I don't care if this was some sort of inside thing for the Trump administration.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at, as long as Puerto Rico gets fixed. I'll let you guys have this one, as long as Puerto Rico gets fucking fixed.
And there's not even a clear thing that it is this one anyway. It just, I mean, preemptory, English, take two, action. Well, and the other thing is even if it was that way, when the other companies were saying, I don't know, I don't believe we'll actually get paid for this work, like, are you going to question the one people that are like, yeah, sure, we'll do it?
I feel like you're getting paid by publicity at this point. Maybe. If you're trying to do that. Like, people will look at you and be like, oh, man, these guys are really helping out in fucking Puerto Rico. Let's band behind them.
So, I'm sure we'll hear from it, or maybe not. Maybe we won't. But one way or another, I mean, the Democrats are going to be pushing forward anyway.
Yeah.
6.
Michael Bay to produce live-action Dora the Explorer movie. What world are we living in, Nathan?
Oh, I hope it's like gritty and dark. This is submitted by John Says Things to Are Not the Onion.
I'm so.
Is this just announced? Who's directing? I want to know.
No.
Everything.
Michael Bay is.
This is Michael Bay to produce.
Oh, well, hang on.
He's going to be a producer.
Hang on. Okay, so Dora the Explorer ran from 2000 to 2014.
Mm-hmm.
It is being developed by Tom Wheeler is writing it.
Okay.
And
he did Puss in Boots, apparently.
Nick Stoller is directing it, who did The Muppets and The Neighbors, and it is being produced by Michael Bay alongside Paramount.
Nick Stoller. He did which ones? The Muppets and Neighbors?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Neighbors, but I heard it was hilarious. I'm really excited because it's produced by Michael Bay. At first, I thought it was directed, and that made me lose my shit because it's just like swiper, no swiping. Pull out fucking guns, and there's like goddamn lens flare and everything. But I don't think it's gonna be that fucking wacky.
Probably not. But it's predicted to be released by 2019, so we'll see in a couple of years.
I have to live a couple fucking years longer in order to see this. This is bullshit.
Yeah, you'll get over it.
I hope it doesn't disappoint me as much as Megabots. That was the only reason why I was alive for the longest while.
I know, that was quite disappointing.
5.
Trump fails to sanction Russia over election meddling and defies Congress with 3-week delay.
Damn, this was submitted by Sephiroth to Our Politics.
Jesus Christ, you pissed off Sephiroth? Oh my God.
Apparently.
Trump also said he will, Trump is denying any level of response into why these sanctions have not been passed.
And this was submitted by Ban Me Our Conspiracy to Our Politics.
I hope Our Conspiracy banned you. So we talked about this at the beginning of the month, and that was that Trump's administration failed to pass the documents along that needed to be done in order to activate the Russian sanctions. After a little bit more information, that's not quite the case, but there is still a problem being set forth. So Congress, both the House and the Senate, unanimously, it was something like 99-1 in terms of the Senate, voted to pass higher sanctions against Russia. Now, after they approved it without any question, no debate, no nothing, it will go straight to the executive branch, straight to Trump's desk, in which from there it is the State Department's job to define what those sanctions are and then implement them. So Congress said, we want more sanctions, go. And the State Department, Trump's administration, was supposed to have what the details are of those sanctions worked out and presented by October 1st, and they have not done so. Now, the sanctions aren't technically supposed to go into place until next year, but if there is no details of the sanctions, no sanctions will be in place.
That's very interesting.
It is.
Why? That's what everyone's asking.
And that's what Congress has asked, and no one in the Trump administration has it's not even Trump's weird, vague asshole answers. He just hasn't responded.
It's so fucking sketchy. We're in another Cold War with goddamn fucking Russia.
Not yet, but it is very interesting the way things are panning out.
Not yet. It's probably already happening just covertly.
And I think that's okay. We'll see what happens though. I mean, because we know darn good and well that members of Congress on both sides of the aisle are not going to let Trump just sit on it.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the Democrats being angry.
Yeah, this is not something that he should be allowed to sit on.
This is all of them are like, yo, bro, where's our sanctions?
Fucking do it.
Do your job.
If you're yelling at people about not doing their job and not earning money for doing the jobs that they need, then this man should not be earning his money because he's not doing the job he needed to do.
Well, he's not earning his money. He donated his salary.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he was required to take $1, but the paperwork has already been filed and all that stuff for his actual salary to go to charity.
All right, which charity?
I have no idea, buddy.
Has it actually gotten there yet?
I couldn't tell you.
It's almost a fucking year.
Maybe. I don't know, buddy. Anyway, hit that button again.
4.
Vaping will be banned in indoor public areas in the state of New York.
Suckers. Submitted by DMH Shadow to Our News.
Now, this isn't entirely a big deal or surprising, considering New York City, the actual city, has had vaping banned from indoors since 2013. Several municipalities across the state have had it banned for quite some time as well. But this is a blanket ban, and basically what it is just same reason that smoking was banned. It's just purely based on health.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, being someone who has worked in places where vaping was kind of allowed inside, I absolutely hated it.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely 100%. It was more annoying going to fucking F&Ms and sitting across someone who is vaping straight into your face as you're trying to play than anything else I've encountered, which is kind of saying something because I get fucking annoyed by literally everything.
Well, and like they've proven over and over again now that it's not any better for you.
It's not.
It's just as bad, and depending on how you look at it, it can even be worse.
It is, because you're inhaling way fucking more of it. You are inhaling a large amount of this vape smoke. Like,
5 teens charged with murder after rock thrown from I-75 overpass in Michigan kills man.
Whoa. This was submitted by DJ Bart to our news. What?
Now, the first thing is when they say rock, they don't mean like a rock. They mean like a fucking rock bigger than someone's head. Like,
they mean like a fucking...
Like a boulder.
A stone?
Yeah, a stone. That's a good way to think of it. So, basically, these guys were on an overpass, and because they're stupid as fuck teenagers, were tossing rocks at cars as they drove by. But it's a highway, so cars are driving by at 70 miles an hour. So, there were already 4 vehicles pulled off on the side of the road because their cars had been hit by these rocks. Luckily, none of them were injured, but they were waiting for authorities to respond. Now, the authorities hadn't gotten there yet, and so the guys picked up another rock and chunked it off the side. The rock was big enough and sharp enough and strong enough, and the vehicle was going fast enough that it flew right through the windshield and killed a dude.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's some Final Destination shit right there.
These 5 boys, ages 17, 16, 16, 15, 15, and I'm not giving you none of their names because fuck these guys, have all been arrested because shortly after this happened, the authorities arrived. They have been detained. They are going to be charged with second-degree murder, conspiracy to commit second-degree murder, and 6 felony counts of malicious destruction of property. And a recent update regarding this was that they have all been denied bail.
Oh, get fucking wrecked. And also that was submitted by McNads to our news. I kind of hope they try these guys as adults.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what argument do you have? This is not an argument where you could be like, oh, they were young and didn't know better. I do not accept that when you are doing things like this.
Yeah, no, this is everyone from a young age upwards. If I walk up to a 5-year-old and say, hey, can I throw rocks? Immediately they'll say no. That is one thing that is taught to literally everyone. Don't throw fucking rocks. These guys are throwing rocks off an overpass onto fucking cars.
And it's not like pebbles either.
No, these are fucking stones.
Like these are like as big as your head or your foot and shit. Large enough that they went through a windshield and killed a dude.
That's fucking... Oh my god. That's crazy. I didn't think I would ever actually see something like that happen. But I guess, you know...
A married man with a 5-year-old son.
Poor family.
Yeah.
They have to fucking pay so much goddamn restitution.
I don't know how that works when you're like 16 and have no money.
It's forced upon your parents.
Ew. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should have raised your fucking kids better. But at the same time, like, I have no sympathy for these kids. I did some dumb stuff when I was younger, but normally it involved dumb stuff to me.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, if it did involve someone else, it was relatively harmless or was able to be fixed, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I understand.
Because like, I do believe that, you know, when you are 17, you are as stupid as you will ever be at around the ages 15 to 17. Because you think you're smart. I remember thinking I was smart. And in terms of, like, books, yeah, I was pretty intelligent. In terms of life, I was fucking retarded.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, yeah, these kids are stupid. But the thing is that stupid is not a defense when somebody died.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude's dead. And it is your fault.
Like, Try them as adults. Stick them in. Like, I don't necessarily believe these guys need to be put away for like 25 years, but put them in jail for like 5 years. They'll get out when they're all like 21 and be like, okay, you need to go be a fucking adult now. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hope these guys, I hope justice is brought to them.
Yeah, I don't have any sympathy for them. At
Zero.
all. None whatsoever. The teams are going to be due back in court on November 2nd, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the rocks weighed anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds.
Oh, God. It's insane.
Like, I hope you guys feel bad. If you don't...
In the very least. Not just like, oh, God damn. I just clicked out and clicked back in, and there's so many fucking comments.
Are there? I don't have any.
Well, there's five comments.
I didn't have any. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Look at that.
Damn it,
There's
I hate
people
Facebook.
in here. Yeah, Facebook's rude. Any case, so, I mean, yeah, and the judge said the same thing that we just said. The judge said that this case goes beyond teens joking around.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. 100%.
So, enjoy prison.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you haven't been sent to prison yet, but we'll see what happens.
2.
China invents rice that can grow in salt water.
This is submitted by Strength Hope to Our World News.
Sure, go with that. So this is not the first time that we've had rice that can grow in salt water. We've had that before. Now,
Really?
Yeah. The difference is that this rice grows really well in salt water, to the point that you can actually, use it.
So you can put a giant pad of rice, like a giant rice field out in the middle of the ocean.
Not quite, but I mean, it means that you could use salt water instead of needing clean water, which makes it, there's plenty of fucking salt water.
Why is salt water considered not clean water?
Well, it's not that it's not clean, it's that normally stuff can't grow in salt water that you want to eat, and it normally gets so infused with salt that you can't eat it anyway. Whereas this rice is saline resistant. It doesn't absorb the salt from the salt water, so it's just normal rice.
That's fucking cool, though.
It is cool, and because this particular strain that they've been working on was able to grow really well and in large amounts, it means that they can actually, set it up in farms and stuff. Because they managed it before, but there wasn't high enough yields to make it worth it.
But now there's going to be, so we're going to get more rice no matter what.
Enough that they predict that with this strain and using the methods available to them in terms of being able to use salt water now, that it could feed around 200 million people a year.
I wonder what it tastes like. I wonder if it's actually more salty. I imagine so, but...
Well, it is... So you can buy this rice in very specific areas of the world now, although it is rather expensive because it's, relatively rare. And it is... One, because it's rare, and two, because it does have a unique flavor and texture because of the things that it does absorb from the salt water, which are like calcium and micronutrients. So while it doesn't necessarily absorb the salt, it is absorbing other things from salt water.
Huh. That's fucking cool.
The other nice part of this is because salt and salt water is a disinfectant and it repels pathogenic bacteria, they don't need to really use any forms of pesticides to grow these.
That's amazing. And because it's rice, you can grow it literally underwater.
Yep, because rice is cool.
It doesn't give a fuck.
It don't give a damn, it don't give a fuck.
All right, what do you think the 3 most beneficial plants in the face of the universe is?
What do you mean by beneficial?
Just, something that you feel is the most beneficial to humanity.
To humanity, okay.
Yep.
As a general statement, trees.
Sure.
Let's see, what else? Trees, definitely. It's hard not to just say rice. Rice is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Rice or potatoes.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on where you live, on which one you get, really.
Mm-hmm.
And they serve the same purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And hemp.
My man, those are my exact 3.
Yep, because and really just trade out rice or potatoes, whichever one you have access to.
It's really interchangeable.
Yeah, they're basically the same. But yeah, trees in general, hemp, and then the food that can be grown anywhere that will keep you alive.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much spot on. 100. We can get rid of coconut trees though.
Just because you're allergic to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
1.
Ex-governor of Puerto Rico tweets a photo of surgeons operating by cell phone light after Trump dubs aid efforts a 10.
This is submitted by stupid Reddit to Our World News.
Stupid Reddit. So people do not agree that Donald Trump is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to his work in Puerto Rico.
That's so fucking disheartening to see.
Yeah, well, they don't have any power.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, updated numbers, 84% of the island is without power now.
And 28% is without running water.
Yeah, nice.
That's so fucking... And he dubs it a 10.
Yeah, but what funny thing is he's not responded to this yet.
Yet. God, the longer he takes, the more often I find myself sitting there like, I wonder what's going through his fucking head. You think he's sitting there trying to form some form of like perfect response and then completely fucks up last minute?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe he's just trying to think of some form of response, couldn't think of anything, gets frustrated and just types whatever he thinks.
Maybe. I feel like that's more accurate, especially considering he has typos and stuff in them.
Cafefe. Despite the constant press cafefe.
Oh, yep. That's our president, everybody. Good luck, Puerto Rico. I really do wish you the best. Anyway.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
Nathan, what did you care about in the last 24 hours?
The scarf.
Yeah?
The scarf just came in, and my sister made it for me.
What is it? Is that an inn?
I mean, I think it was supposed to be. And it's, I don't know. I like it. I like the way it looks.
It does look nice. Is it warm? Is it comfy?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's super warm. She's making me a hat that matches, and she told me she was making you a scarf, too.
Oh, cool. I love scarves. I think I own one, though.
She shipped this out, like, fucking day one delivery, and I got it, like, the next day.
Neat.
So, I enjoy the scarf.
Congratulations.
I will point out that my sister does have her own, like, little store that she makes handmade things with. I think it's called Handmade by Sarah. It's on Facebook if anyone wants to see. I will, however, tell you that there is dog hair in it, so if you're allergic to dog, to be careful.
Or just wash it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
Cared about two things. One is something I cared about yesterday and forgot to talk about, and we'll talk about that one first. And that is former presidents raised $31 million for a hurricane relief fund. Over the weekend, there was a hurricane relief concert that all the funds were meant to help the people in Florida, Texas, and Puerto Rico. All 5 former presidents showed up to that, all 5 living former presidents, which is the 2 Bushes, Clinton, Carter, and Obama, and they all gave speeches while they were there. There are several people that performed there. Lady Gaga was there, and a couple other people whose names I've since forgotten from reading this article, and they managed to raise $31 million.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
How close are they?
To what?
Did they... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. My headphones, again, cut out, and I heard raise $31 million. They actually raised that?
Yeah, that is what they raised.
Oh, okay. See, I had misheard. That's amazing.
Yep. And people who are all too willing and able to criticize the president, because in this case it was really easy, while this hurricane relief effort and concert and everything was going on, all 5 of the former living U.S. presidents were there giving speeches. I will give you one guess what Trump was doing.
Tweeting?
No.
Golfing.
There you go.
Well, that's 2 guesses.
I know, but I mean, tweeting doesn't count. You can do that while you're golfing, and he does.
Did they invite him to do it with them?
I have no idea.
I honestly hope they did. I would have loved to see Trump up there with all of the other presidents. trying to be, amazing.
Yep.
Because all of these other presidents...
He recorded a video message for the concert, but couldn't be bothered to show up because he needed to go play golf.
I guess it's just not important to him.
I guess. Oh, well, dude, I could have told you that it's not important to him.
It's fucking upsetting.
The other thing I cared about is, and this is such a first world problem, is I have too many games to play that I want to play.
Dude, same! I have 96 in my fucking Steam account alone.
Like, so I have Breath of the Wild that I still want to play more of, Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, I have... friggin' Divinity 2 Original Sin. One of my friends just bought me Destiny 2, so I want to play that because that just came out today on PC. And then my stupid fucking ass, like a week ago, I ordered because it was on sale on Amazon. I ordered Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD collection for the PlayStation 4. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out next year, and I'm like, I need to play a fucking game. And that comes with 6 fucking games in it. Ah!
Get destroyed. I'm still trying to figure out if I should purchase the Fractured Butthole.
No, you shouldn't.
Why?
It is, from everything I have heard, it is not good.
Okay.
It is not nearly as good as the first one was, and it is definitely not worth it, the $60 price tag.
So let me pose this.
Okay.
2 things. A, I didn't plan on purchasing it.
Okay.
B, I am a huge, amazing fan of South Park. I've seen every episode, almost more than once. I still have to go back and watch a couple of them.
Sure.
But I love almost everything South Park, including their older shitty games on like the N64 and everything.
Oh, maybe go for it.
That's what I'm going for. It's like, even if this game is garbage, I'm still probably going to play it.
Sure. But on that note, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed this show, please consider supporting it. Patreon.com/dailyinternet. In addition, you can follow, share, subscribe, whatever on social media. That is YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of those are at iReadit Cast, because no matter where we go, fucking iReadit is taken, and it's always being taken by someone who's not using it, and they've sat on it for 4 years and not done anything with it. Fuck you guys. If you want to submit stories to the show, please submit them to our subreddit, which is our iReadit Cast, or you can send it to us in an email, feedback.ireadit@gmail.com. And of course, you can also support the show by going and leaving a 5-star review on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. And that is it, everybody. That is your 372nd dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
Don't get it!
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.